All right, so this is the Open C SSCC Waratahs crit. Everyone, all four of my teammates are C grade except for me. I'm B grade, but I'm coming back from 3 weeks in hospital, so I was never really going to figure in this race, and I tried B grade last week and got dropped after 3 laps, so I was never really going to contest, and I was always going to work for the team on this one. But yeah, real technical workout from our team. We had a plan, which I'll run into quite soon. And already, like, I found myself at the back of the bunch again, and I didn't want a repeat of last week, so I just absolutely busted my gut to get back to the front. So lap 3, a gap had formed, and here I am sort of pulling the rest of the group back together. So yeah, I suppose I had to learn something from last week, which is don't sit behind a guy that's going to drop wheels. And let's do a quick intro of the team. So Ming is here. He's a sprinter. I myself am a sprinter. So we're both attackers and responders. So we're supposed to attack as much as possible, get people to burn matches. You've got Norris, Bosco, and Barhan are doing all the pacemaking and hopefully trying to get into a breakaway and have that breakaway stick. So we're all riding for Barhan today. Barhan's the only one of us 5 that hasn't won a race this year. And Barhan, you'll see him in a second, just goes beast mode here. This is about a 5% gradient. You can see Barhan just taking off in the yellow socks there. And I've tried to cover this move 600 watts. We're trying to get a breakaway to form 6 laps in. And Barhan's probably doing, I'd say, 800-900 watts up this hill. Just absolutely bossing the power. And yeah, so expending some energy a bit early, trying to make the race a bit more interesting. And I'm holding some pretty good wattage, 600-700 watts up here. This is actually a false flat, so this looks like a flat, but it's a 2% gradient upwards. So it's actually quite a hard sprint to win on this, because you actually have to put out way more watts than you usually otherwise would. And you can see that we've got a little bit of a gap here. I am trying to get onto the back of my guys so I can support them, but that is proving easier said than done. So very, very difficult. I'm still 500 plus watts here trying to get onto the back of my group. And this breakaway, unfortunately, although it looked really good on that rear camera view, unfortunately didn't last. It only lasted about a lap. So this was the same lap. And yeah, we got caught. So Norris had his handed an attack. So we're basically just 1-2ing or 1-4ing, 1-5ing riders. So Norris would go up the front and try to form his own breakaway. Riders would have to respond, right? So like this rider here, out of the saddle, chasing Norris down, because he knows that, you know, Norris might be a really strong rider. He could ride off into the sunset and never see him again. This guy launches his own counter attack, which is pretty ballsy. But we caught him, and you can see Norris there sort of pushing me on, trying to get me to the front. So I'm pushing sort of 400 watts, 350 watts. And you can see this is a massive gradient, 4-5%, and then onto the uphill. So even on this uphill, I'm still doing sort of 395 watts, maybe, yeah, sort of 300. Basically, I'm pushing a lot above my limit, which is around 260. So 260 watts, anything above that is pretty hard. We launch Ming. Ming goes. See Ming out in the sunset. So Ming and myself launching attacks left, right, and center. I deliberately do not respond. And Barhan's here. And you can see Ming's gone. Barhan sort of comes right beside me. And he just looks at this other rider as if to say, mate, if you want to win this race, you got to bring him back yourself, because we're not going to chase down our own teammate. So Barhan literally steps off the gas. Both me and him are freewheeling at this point in time. And you know, team communication, you can have a look at this, just like we've been racing all year. 3 of them go, attack. I'm sitting back to make sure that there's no response. And we've ridden together all year. We just seem to know exactly what each of us are doing. This is the preem, so the mid race preem. I'm going standard sort of 1,900 plus watts. And yeah, Bosco has sort of led me out for that. Ming's just having a good hit out and gassing the legs a bit. But yeah, that was my excitement for the day. Doing the preem, got my entry feedback. And yeah, I went down the road. I kept powering through. You can see at the back, Barhan and Norris are powering through, trying to get the group back together. So all 5 of us at the pointy end of the race. And didn't take them long. Took them about a lap to catch up to me. And Norris is just, look at him, just going hard, trying to get this breakaway to stick. So we're working really, really hard at this stage, and this breakaway was successful for them. I stuck at the back, probably 20, 30 meters behind them, just to make sure that no one responded. And yeah, this guy, oh, actually, they're just rolling through at the moment, so they're getting good pace, I suppose. They were probably 20, 30 meters in front of me, and yeah, they were doing a really, really good pace for this breakaway, working really, really well together. This guy, as you can see them going around the corner there, this guy essentially wanted to be part of that group, so he's powering up. I've basically followed him. And as a responder, there's a few things that you can do to impede this rider from getting back to the group. One thing, which is more passive, is that you kind of just sit on him and, you know, get him to tow you to the group, and then you counter attack. And you can see he's trying pretty much in vain to wriggle me off his wheel. But he's doing a really good pace. He's doing a really good job. He's actually probably at this stage 20, 30 meters from the guys. And so I decided I'm just going to attack this guy. Get him to start burning matches, interrupt his rhythm a bit. Because he was pacing probably his functional threshold power back to the group. And yeah, so I put in 1,000 watts, and you can just see, you know, you go from 30 kilometers up to 43, and you just put daylight between yourself and other riders. And I suppose this is what I love about being a sprinter, is that you have that ability to respond to attacks, but you can also really use your power to hurt other riders. So this guy is still powering through, doing a really, really good job trying to get back to the group. And yeah, like the minute you sense any weakness, so this guy's just sat down, he's trying to sort of, you know, get the lactic out of his muscles, just attack him. And you can just see, like, again, what 1,000 watts for a few seconds will do. Like, it'll just put daylight between yourself and another rider. And yeah, someone in my position, you always want probably 8 or 9 matches per crit for these type of efforts, because they're really, really useful to mess with other people, essentially. So Ming has been going uphill for a while, leading out Barhan. So we do want Barhan to win this race, and you can see Norris come up on the right hand side here, and he's just yelling like, Barhan, just go, just hit it, just go. And Barhan, to be fair to Barhan, like, Barhan's actually got a really, really good sprint, and he just needs to back himself in a lot more races with that sprint. He's quite powerful when he wants to be. So yeah, Barhan's first win of the season. Congratulations, Barhan. Well deserved. Good team victory. Really well worked by everyone. This was me coming in with this guy. I was just sort of going slow, and then I saw him attack, and I sort of just put, you know, again, another little bit of a wattage bomb together. And you can just see his reaction. All race. Oh, I feel so bad. Yeah, I mean, but that was my job. Again, congrats, Barhan. We had fun. We'll be back, and yeah, really enjoyable race. Congrats, guys. Well done. And if this video has, you know, if you believe this video has earned your subscription, please subscribe. I'll look forward to making more of them. Cheers. See you guys.